Once upon a time, there was a big, gentle elephant. His name was Abraha. Abraha lived in a land called Yemen. He was strong and loved to help others. One day, a king wanted to show off his power. He decided to use Abraha to attack a special city called Mecca. But the people of Mecca prayed for help. They knew that Allah would protect them. When Abraha and the army got closer, tiny birds flew from the sky. They carried small stones. The stones hit Abraha and his army. They were scared and ran away. The people of Mecca cheered. They were safe, and their prayers were answered. From that day on, everyone remembered the story of Abraha and the birds. Allah cares for those who believe and protects them always. Once upon a time, in a friendly village, lived a boy named Amir. Amir loved to play with his friends. One day, he found a shiny coin on the ground. He thought, "Wow, I can buy a toy." But then he remembered his teacher's words about honesty. "If this coin belongs to someone, I should return it," Amir said to himself. Amir asked his friends, "Does anyone have a lost coin?" His friend Amina said, "I lost a coin. It was shiny and special." Amir smiled and said, "This is yours. I found it." Amina was so happy. "Thank you, Amir. You are very honest." Amir felt proud. He knew honesty is important. From that day on, Amir always remembered to be honest with everyone.
Once upon a time, in a sunny village, lived a little boy named Ahmed. He loved to help everyone around him. One day, Ahmed saw an elderly woman struggling with her groceries. He ran over to help her. The woman said, "Thank you, dear Ahmed. You have a kind heart." Ahmed continued his day. Next, he found a puppy lost and barking. He knelt down and said, "Don't worry, little one. I'll help you." He picked up the puppy and took it home to his mom. Together, they found the puppy's owner. That evening, Ahmed's mom said, "You made so many people happy today, Ahmed." Ahmed felt warm inside. He knew that being kind was the best adventure of all. And from that day on, Ahmed always looked for ways to be kind. Can you be like Ahmed?
In a beautiful valley, there lived a strong horse named Hadi. He loved to run and play. In the trees, a gentle dove named Leela cooed softly. She loved to sing sweet songs. One day, dark clouds appeared. A big storm was coming. Hadi was scared. Hadi saw Leela in the tree. "Leela, what should I do?" he asked. Leela flew down and said, "Don't worry, Hadi, let's find shelter together." They ran to a cave where they could stay dry and safe. Hadi felt better with Leela by his side. After the storm, a beautiful rainbow appeared. Hadi and Leela cheered. From that day on, Hadi and Leela were the best of friends. They learned that together, they could face anything.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Aisha who loved to eat. Aisha's mother said, "Remember our good manners when we eat." First, Aisha always said, "Bismillah" before eating. Then, she washed her hands to be clean. Aisha sat down and ate with her family. She took small bites and chewed slowly. If she wanted something, Aisha asked nicely, "May I please have more?" After eating, Aisha said, "Alhamdulillah" to thank Allah for her food. She also helped clean the table after the meal. Aisha's good manners made everyone happy.
In a sunny garden, there lived many tiny ants. They worked together and were very happy. One day, the ants saw a big seed. "Let's take it home," they said excitedly. But the seed was too heavy. The ants thought hard about how to lift it. "Let's work together," said the leader ant. "We can do it if we all try." The ants formed a line and lifted the seed together. "Heave ho!" they shouted. Slowly but surely, they moved the seed towards their home. They were so proud. Finally, they reached their nest. Hooray! We did it! They cheered. The little ants learned that working together made them strong and successful.
In a bright, colorful world, there lived a little bird named Tilly. Tilly loved to sing and play. She had a special secret. She knew there was Allah who made everything. One day, Tilly met a friendly bunny named Benny. Benny was hopping around, looking for his favorite carrots. Tilly, do you know who made the flowers and the carrots? Benny asked. Yes, Benny. Allah made them all. Tilly chirped. Allah made the sun, the trees, and even us. Benny's eyes grew wide. Wow, that's amazing. Let's say thank you to Allah. So, they both closed their eyes and said, Thank you, Allah, for our beautiful world. From that day on, Tilly and Benny played together, always remembering that Allah loves them and everything around them. And they lived happily, knowing that they were never alone. Allah was always their friend. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house, there lived a happy family. They loved to play, eat, and most importantly, pray. Every day, they set aside special moments for Salah. Salah is a special time to talk to Allah. When it was time for Salah, everyone would wash their hands and faces. This is called wudu. After wudu, they put on their clean clothes. They looked so nice for their special time. They spread out their prayer mat and stood in a line. Everyone was ready. Allahu Akbar, they said together, which means Allah is the greatest. Their hearts felt warm and happy. They began to pray. They bowed and stood tall, thanking Allah for all their blessings. After Salah, they felt peaceful and loved. They hugged each other and shared smiles. Let's play now, said the kids. They knew that Salah helped them feel joyful and strong. And every day, they looked forward to their special 5 times of Salah together as a family.
Once upon a time, in a happy village, the moon turned into a beautiful crescent. It was the start of a special month called Ramadan. All the children were excited. Ramadan is a time for joy, sharing, and being together with family and friends. During Ramadan, Muslims fast. This means they don't eat or drink from sunrise to sunset. But when the sun goes down, they enjoy tasty meals. Breaking the fast is a happy time. Families gather to eat dates and drink water. Everyone feels grateful for their food. Ramadan is also about giving. Children learn to share with others. They give food to those in need and make new friends. Every night, families go to the mosque to pray. They listen to Quran and pray. At the end of Ramadan, there's a big celebration called Eid. Children decorate their homes and prepare for a fun day. On Eid, everyone wears new clothes, gives gifts, and shares yummy treats. It's a day filled with laughter and happiness. Ramadan teaches us about patience, sharing, and love. When the moon shines again, we remember all the fun we had. And so, every year, families celebrate Ramadan together, filled with love and joy, waiting for the crescent moon to come again.
Once upon a time, in a bright and colorful town, there lived many happy families. They loved to share with one another. In this town, people learned about something special called zakat. Zakat means giving to help those in need. Every year, families count their things. If they have a lot, they choose to share some with others. Little Sarah wanted to help too. She found her favorite toys and decided to give some away. Sarah's mom said, sharing makes our hearts grow bigger. They packed the toys together to give to children who needed them. Next, they baked cookies. They filled a basket to share with their neighbors. Yum! When they knocked on their neighbor's door, Everyone smiled. They loved receiving and sharing together. Thank you for sharing, said the neighbors. Zakat helps everyone feel happy and loved. Sarah felt proud. She learned that sharing is a special way to show love and kindness. And so, in their town, everyone practiced zakat, sharing and caring for one another. In a cozy little house lived a cheerful girl named Layla. She loved her mama very much. Every morning, Mama made delicious breakfast for Layla. Thank you, Mama, Layla said. Mama taught Layla how to pray. Let's pray together, she said softly. In Islam, mothers are very special, Mama explained. We must respect and love them. Why are mothers so special? Layla asked, curious. Mothers take care of us and teach us about kindness, Mama said. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, Paradise is at the feet of your mother. Layla thought, Mama is my treasure. Mama hugged Layla tightly. I love you, my little star. Layla smiled and said, and I love you, Mama. You are my sunshine. Always remember to be kind and helpful to your mama, she said. Mama kissed her good night. You are my joy, Layla. Layla dreamed of love and kindness, knowing Mama was always there.
In a cheerful little house lived a boy named Omar. He loved to say Bismillah before doing anything. One sunny morning, Omar woke up and said, Bismillah, before getting out of bed. At breakfast, Omar said Bismillah before eating his yummy cereal. It made his food taste even better. When Omar went outside to play, he said Bismillah before riding his bike. He felt safe and happy. At the playground, Omar helped his friend Sarah. He said Bismillah and felt strong inside. Before bedtime, Omar said Bismillah while reading his favorite story. It made the story magical. Omar's mommy said, saying Bismillah brings blessings. Omar smiled, knowing he was blessed. Every day, Omar remembered to say Bismillah. It filled his heart with joy and love. In the morning, before the sun shines bright, it's time for Fajr, the first prayer of the day. Little Ahmed stretches and says, Bismillah. He gets ready to pray. Ahmed kneels down and whispers his prayers. He feels happy and peaceful. After Fajr, it's time for breakfast. Ahmed eats his breakfast, feeling joyful. When the sun is high, it's time for Dur, the second prayer. Ahmed remembers to wash his hands and face, then finds his prayer mat again. Together, they pray Dur, thanking Allah for their fun day. After Dur, it's snack time. They share apples and smile. As the shadows grow longer, it's time for Asr, the third prayer. Ahmed takes a moment to reflect before he prays Asr. It's a time to be grateful. With a heart full of joy, he prays Asr and feels calm. After Asr, it's time for fun. They play tag and laugh together. As the sky turns pink, it's time for Maghrib, the fourth prayer. Ahmed and his family gather to pray Maghrib together, feeling love all around. They thank Allah for the day and the family they share. After Maghrib, Ahmed draws pictures of his day, filled with joy. When the stars come out, it's time for Isha, the last prayer of the day. Ahmed knows it's bedtime. He washes up and finds his prayer mat once more. Ahmed prays Isha, thanking Allah for a wonderful day, feeling sleepy and safe. As he drifts off to sleep, he knows he can pray again tomorrow. Good night, little one. Once upon a time, in a colorful village, the sun began to rise. In the village stood a beautiful mosque with a tall minaret reaching the sky. Little Amir loved to hear the special sound that came from the mosque. Mom, what is that sound? Amir asked with curiosity. That is the azan, my dear. It calls everyone to prayer. Amir listened closely. The azan was a beautiful sound in the air. When they heard the azan, people in the village smiled and gathered at the mosque. Amir held hands with his friends, excited to pray together. Inside, they all stood side by side, Feeling happy and peaceful, Amir closed his eyes and offered a prayer, feeling love all around him. The azan brought everyone together, filling their hearts with joy and harmony. After prayer, Amir and his friends played, their laughter echoing through the village. Every time they heard the azan, they knew it was time for prayer. And so, the sound of the azan brought everyone together, day after day.
Once upon a time, in a little town, there was a boy named Ahmed and his sister, Mariam. They loved playing together and sharing their toys. One day, while they were playing, Ahmed's toy car broke. Ahmed was sad. Mariam saw that her brother needed help. She said, "I will help you, Ahmed." Mariam took the car to their father. "Daddy, can you fix it?" she asked. Their father smiled and said, "Of course. Helping each other is very important." He fixed the car, and Ahmed was so happy. "Thank you, Mariam," he said. They both hugged each other. "In Islam, we help each other just like this," said their father. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.